I love making music with others, but it is also fun to sit down and improvise on your own. Anyone can learn to do it. And in this lesson, I'll show you how. By the end, after 7 steps, it will sound like this. Here are the 4 chords we will be using today. So our progression is G, E minor, C, D. Those chords are from the key of G major. That's why we are using the G major pentatonic. We use the position that you can play with open strings. The first step is to familiarize ourselves with the sound of each note. The pentatonic scale works across all 4 chords, but the sound and the function of the note will always feel a little different depending on the context. Now we first play the chord, then play the scale. It's like a little sound journey. Let's enjoy these sounds and explore different musical landscapes. Now we do the same thing with E minor. We go on with C. And finally the D. We have 2 goals with this. 1, to get familiar with the connection between the chords and the scale. And second, to really listen and become familiar with those sounds. Until now we played the scale from the high notes to the low notes. Now we could go from the low notes to the high notes. So that the video doesn't get too long, you might want to do this yourself the next time you practice, or stop now the video shortly and try it out. I'll show you just an example with the G. Now we finally start with our improvisation. So all the notes from the pentatonic work on those chords, as we already heard. Just like in a language, we combine words in different ways to form sentences. We can do the same with notes when we improvise to build melodies. All the notes of the pentatonic are like different words. Each of our chords is 1 bar long. We play in 4/4. So we have 4 beats in a bar. We are now playing quarter notes. That means we have 4 quarter notes until the chord changes. On the 1 we play the chord, and on 2, 3, 4 we play our pentatonic and improvise. First I count out loud. In the first run I'm gonna play it, and on the second time around I just feel it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we are going to use a more complex rhythm. Still on the 1 is the chord. But then we improvise with 4 eighths and a quarter note. 8 notes divide the beat into 2 parts. If you want to know more about it, I have a video where you can practice these single rhythms very well, which is linked in the description. For today, however, we use the following rhythm. Chord, da 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 da. Chord, da 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 da. Chord. If you can sing a rhythm internally, then it's not so difficult to transfer it to the instrument. What we're doing is very basic, but you can make it more advanced step by step by using more complex rhythms. Till now we only have used the pentatonic to improvise, but we can also use the single notes from the chord shape. Some of these are already included in the pentatonic, others are just in the chord itself. That's what we'll do next. We take the notes of the pentatonic and combine them with the notes of the chord tones. As a first step, we use the rhythms from before, but first play only chord tones, which sounds like this. And so on. Now we can alternate chord tones with the tones of the pentatonic. Or to be more precise, we can sometimes only play chord tones, sometimes only play the pentatonic, or as I said before, combine both. That then sounds like this. So our chord progression so far has been G, E minor, C, D. And now let's imagine that this is our A part and we play it twice in a row, A, A. And then we play the following chord progression as a middle part. The B part gonna be a bar of C, a bar of D, a bar of C, and another bar of D. But this D is special because we let it ring. I'm gonna show it to you, then you understand what I mean. After you play the A section twice and then the B section, you play again the A section. If you want, you could play this A form as long as you want, always in a circle. For 10 minutes, for 2 hours, whatever you like. As we heard in the B part, it's a great idea sometimes not to play too much. So we still use the rhythm from before, but every second bar we only play up until the third note and let that note ring for the rest of the bar, like this. To play a chord, we have in general two big ways to do it. One is to let the chord just ring and then improvise. And the second way, it's a little more difficult, but it can be a great effect, is to stop it with the right hand. I show you. And then it sounds like this. As the next steps, we take what we've done so far and move it up to the 12th fret. Some of you have probably already learned this scale in this form, as it's one of the first you learn. But if this is new to you, don't worry, it's very similar to the scale we played before. Or to be more precise, it's the same shape, but the difference is in the fingers we'll use because there are no open strings anymore. In other words, wherever there was an open string before, now we'll use our first finger and play it. So let's see it on the guitar. We were here. Now we move up to the 12th fret. Now we repeat the steps we did with the open positions. I'm just going to show it really shortly here. The idea is that you either stop the video and practice it longer, or you can practice this on your own in one of your practicing sessions. And so on. And as before, there are two ways. You can go from up to low or from low to high. Second step is to improvise with quarter notes like this. And so on. The third step is to play a more complex rhythm. Now if you play up in the 12th fret, it's really important to stop the string. I'm about to play our song in its entirety. As I go, I overlay text to highlight the techniques we covered today as a quick reminder. If you'd like to watch more of these videos, down in the description I have a playlist with my videos on how to play alone and improvise. Don't forget to subscribe for more lessons and most importantly, have fun practicing. Now here's the full song demonstrating everything we worked on today.